Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Corey Reed, and welcome to the second season of Corey Reads. I have three books in my tablet today that I'd like to read it to you, and they are TREETOP and the Lost Egg by TALI, CARMI, illustrated by Mindy Lane. Search for Pirate Treasure, written and illustrated by Jerry Gatson, and Orange the Goldfish, side story number 1 by Eddie B. Pictures by Terry Lee. Now, the first book that I read it many times. It's called TREETOP and the Lost Egg. This is a story about a little boy who is putting his egg, who is search for the lost egg who will belong to. And that's what TREETOP is doing a great job for taking care of this egg. And that's what that story really is all about. Let's get started. TREETOP and the Lost Egg, written by TALI, CARMI, illustrated by Mindy Lane. For one little boy, this summer was going to be really exciting. He and his whole family were going out to do some camping. This little boy is 5 years old, and big trees he loved to climb. His special name is TREETOP, since it is favorite pastime. Terry is very cute and chubby. He has freckles, and on his clothes with patches over rips and tears, because always up the tree he goes. When they arrived at the campsite, TREETOP looked around at the blue sea and the tall trees and the green grass on the ground. Terry immediately unpacked his bag and got his binoculars out. He spied something lying on the grass, and then he gave a shout. "What is this little white round thing lying under the tree?" Then he cried, "It's an egg! Who owns this thing I see?" "Who does this egg belong to?" Terry curiously asked aloud. "I promised to take you back home to the egg," he vowed. Terry got a small basket that he paddled with leaves to make a bed. He gently placed the egg inside and thought of a plan in his head. He walked slowly to the rocky shore until he came to the sea. He saw a big sea turtle, and he asked very politely, "Excuse me, ma'am, is this your egg? I found it on the ground." The turtle had a big shell on its back. It was green and brown. "Oh no," the turtle then replied. "That egg does not belong to me. I have not lost one single egg," said a turtle named Sandy. She told him, "All my eggs are here. They hatched inside a little hole I dug. Then they run to the water. Right now, they are all still in there. Quite snug." Terry nodded his head sadly and quickly said goodbye. "I promised to keep this egg back home. I promised I would try." So Terry kept on walking towards a spring of sweet water until he saw something long and brown. It was an alligator. "Excuse me, please," he softly said. "Does this egg belong to you?" The alligator looked at him and replied, "I am Allie. How do you do?" Allie was friendly, and she said, Let me look at it, just in case. I'm sorry, that is not my egg, because I hide them in a secret place. When my little gators hatch," Alice said while shaking her snout, "I bring them to the water in my mouth. That's how I carry them out. When my babies are afraid, into my mouth they run. I protect them from bad weather, strong rains, and too much sun." Very sadly, Terry gave his thanks and walked to sit on a brown log. There was a pond beside it where he met Fergie the frog. "Hello, my name's TREETOP. Could you help me out?" He carefully showed her the egg, but the frog said with a pout, "I lay a chain of many eggs. The one in your hand is not my own. In the pond, my baby tadpoles stay with me until they're grown. From tadpoles, they grow up to be a green frog, just like me. Look in the water. There they are. They are lovely to see. Terry frowned and deeply sighed as he went to search again. He walked back to the meadow until he found Betty the hen. Hello there. May I ask a question? Then Terry explained his task. I found an egg lying on the grass. Is it yours? He politely asked. I sit on my eggs to keep them warm, Betty replied. When they hatch, they become chicks, then follow when I go inside. They are cuddly and so cute. My chicks are small, fluffy, and yellow. I'm sorry that I can't help you, Terry. You look like a real good fellow. Sadly, Terry looked at the egg. It looks so lost, so small and round. Who do you belong to, little one? But the egg didn't make a sound. We'll keep on looking, little egg. Your mother must be full of worry. I promised to you get back home. So we had better hurry. Terry suddenly thought of something else. Was there something I didn't see? He used his binoculars again to look back at the tree. He saw a hole in the tree trunk. Then he made an amazing guess. The egg came from the tree up high. It fell from a nest. Terry ran back to the tree, and in the hole he saw a nest made with twigs and branches, some leaves, and bits of straw. Carefully, he placed the egg inside, then waited for its mother to return. I will stay here till she comes back, Terry said with so much concern. So Terry patiently waited and did not leave the egg alone. Don't worry, I'm here beside you. I'll stay till your mother comes home. He waited for a long time. He almost fell asleep. Then from the egg he heard a sound. So Terry made a little peep. The little egg was hatching. Then Terry heard a tweet. A little baby chick came out looking so cute and sweet. Are you my mother? It asked softly with an adorable little coo. Terry shook his head no and said, I am just looking after you. Make that little sound again, Terry told the little bird, so your mother can hear you saying your first words. The little bird made another noise and stepped from the shell with a crack. It looked to the sky. It chirped happily. It saw its mother flying back. Suddenly, Terry heard a flutter of wings above his head. Pippi the parrot landed in the nest, and she happily said, My baby egg was lost, but now I see he has been found. I was so afraid that it was lost when it fell on the ground. Who helped my egg to get back home? Who should I give my gratitude? Whoever helped us out today must be so brave and good. Terry cleared his throat and said, with a big and fluffy grin, I helped the egg to get back home. What an adventure it has been. Mother Perry was very happy, and Terry felt just the same. I will always be here to help you. Terry Treetop is my name. The end. That was an amazing story about this chubby named Terry Treetop. And this is only the beginning. And when we come back on the second season of Corey Rereads, I like to read the next book, Search for Pirate's Treasure. And I cannot wait to read it to you. We'll be right back right after this.